Hello guys, I'm back. Today we're gonna play another Elden Ring. Okay, kita sambung dekat map baru. Alright, hari ni kita explore lagi. Oh yo. Mana datang? Asal ada lagi? What the hell? Apa benda? Destiny is mine. Oh, aku letak medium. Touch your back, hide. Oh, lama. Baby. Kacau kan? Sekejap. Alright, dia betul ada ring. Okay. Macam pelik kalau dia letak kat sini. Macam suruh aku memang tutup benda ni. Asal game ni rasa macam God of War pula ni. What the hell? Oh shit. Aduh. Kenapa ni? Ya, macam depan dulu. Okay, betul. Oh. What the hell? Alhamdulillah. Ada lagi. Dia baik. Rabut lawan. Caul. Oh, wow. Smithing talisman. Ni tak apa-apa.
Hello,
Hello.
kau buat apa?
Elden Ring. Ni tak apa-apa. Aku baru datang sini. Apa confused eh? Cuba try pergi sini dulu. Ini tempat tadi. Oh ya, tadi aku datang sana. Masa kena gesek ni. Tutup pintu dulu.
Kau pengen susu ke? Kau nak buat besok lah.
Jangan bangun, jangan bangun. Dia bangun guys. Babi kena scam. Ayo, kena scam. Jom, join. Alamak, kunci. Oh, pergi sana, faham? Oh, tahan. Oh. Oh, okey okey, faham faham. Red money. Aku pergi sini kan? Ayah. Oh iyalah, aku dah pernah pergi sini.
We are all utterly captivated by kindly Mikula. It is what binds us together.
Go to the misshapen tree of Umbra. In that forsaken place, blood must spill. The blood of your fellows, the Earth Tree faithful. Go to the misshapen tree in that forsaken...
Iji.
We will be covering these next couple of steps along with everything else to do in Shadow.
Kat sini. Bapak besar. Besarnya lah map. Astaga.
Shadow Altus in part 2 of the guide series. However, let's do two things before leaving off, as it is still super easy to get locked out of them by approaching the Shadow Keep. First, we will want to check that we have a war or a few of grace to the north side of the church of. We will then move north west from the High Road Cross site of Grace to the north side of the.
Oh, aku perlu dapat castle ni.
We are all utterly captivated by kindly. It is what binds. Oh, that man is known as Dane. He's been in the service of Mikula the Kind longer than I. He might be solemn of cheer, but is a fierce warrior nevertheless. There's no cause for concern. Dane's reluctance to speak to you is no fault of your own. We've been acquainted for quite some time, but even I am yet to hear his voice. Perhaps one day. Wondering about the horn scent, are you? True enough. In any other circumstance, he'd be at our throats. Long ago, Queen Marika commanded Sir Mesmer to purge the Tower folk, a cleansing by fire. It's no wonder the horn scent holds the Erdtree in contempt. That aside, man is by nature a creature of conquest. And in this regard, the Tower folk are no different. They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war, but it's still a wretched shame.
The Church of the Crusade.
Oh, ni tak pernah lalu. Air ni pun tak pernah lalu. Nanti lah. Oh, menyerah. Ngam-ngam je. Oh.
If we drop a warming stone near it, it will get up and begin foraging.
Oh. Baru main DLC baru tahu Zat. Are you okay, my friend?
We can then rest at a site of grace, or otherwise reload the game and interact with a pest to get.
Oh, dia suruh aku reload game. Ita mi oh.
The Forager Brood Cook.
Hello. Alright.
Cookbook 4. While it is possible to miss this cookbook, it's actually the Forager Brood Cookbook 7 that we can get so easily locked out of. Before we go get it though, let's knock out two birds with one stone. Fast traveling before we go get it though, let's knock out two birds with one stone. Fast traveling to the North Highway South side of Grace, we can move north through the tunnel, then go east along the rock wall. There is another sealed spirit spring here, and a pile of rocks further east that will need to be destroyed to unseal it.
Dia kena buat.
We can then use the spirit spring to reach the elevated area and run down the path to the southeast ledge. We will find Miquella's Shadow View cross there, which bears a unique message.
Ni kita dah buat dah semalam.
After grabbing the Shadow Tree fragment and interacting with the cross, we will fast travel to the main gate cross and speak with Ansbach. After telling
Righteous Tarnished, what brings you here?
Speak of the cross where the eyes.
Well, I am much obliged. I can hardly believe it. He's divested himself of his very eye. Tender Miquella's eye is no mere morsel of flesh. It is a vessel of soaring grace. Proof of his Empyrean lineage. I wonder, does Miquella the Kind intend to sever his very birthright? His fate as a child of the Erd Tree? Righteous Tarnish, concerning Kind Miquella's intentions, why he is here. The full picture is yet to coalesce, but we do know that he is bound for the Tower of Shadow, and that is where he intends to rise to true godhood. The Tower of Shadow houses a divine gateway. A well-kept secret it was, but the gateway was once the birthplace of a god we know all too well. Righteous Tarn...
Welcome. Oh, I know. This is for you. The Forager Brood give their thanks. Many things we have found. I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager Brood. Things bring joy to all. Goodbye.
Him about all the unique crosses and speaking to him once more, Ansbach should make a revelation. I do not believe it is critical to complete this step, but it does offer some nice context to the story. However, what is critical is that we interact with more and choose the talk to more option. Because we warmed the pest and got the Forager Brood Cookbook 4, more will then give us the Forager Brood Cookbook 7. It is not possible to get this cookbook after approaching the Shadow Keep, so it is good to take care of it now. As mentioned before, we will be covering much of the Shadow Altus, as well as all other areas that do not require approaching the Shadow Keep, in part 2 of this guide series. In the meantime, I recommend avoiding the Shadow Keep and the Jagged Peak, which is east of the Dragon's Pit terminus. Other than that, feel free to go explore any of the other unchecked areas south of make our way down to the Cerulean coast. The second friendly pest and so we should discuss the furnace golems and how to defeat them. For that, we will want to return to the Scorched Ruins to grab the hefty fire pot recipe, which is contained in the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 1. It is right next to where we got our first hefty cracked pot, and it probably should have been covered at that time. While we are here, we can head a short distance northeast to find the Sacred Tower painting. Just a short distance northwest from there are the Backhand Blades, which pair very nicely with an Ash of War that we will have the opportunity to get in part 3 of this series. Now onto the Furnace Columns. The first one is located nearby, just north of the Scorched Ruins. This is one of the unarmored variants of Furnace Golem. My personal strategy to defeat them is to stay mounted and slash at their legs from behind, while taking care to
Memang kena lawan dia eh. Tengok macam mana. Ngantuk pula. God damn. Shit. Oh damn. Oh lama. Whoa. What the hell? Jantung sekali boy. Boleh. Boleh juga. Oh boleh keluar. Oh shit.
Kau mau buat apa lah tu?
Elden Ring. Lambat kau dah masuk.
Aku belum ganti aku tadi.
Uish. Ada apa?
Dia masuk.
Are you guys playing Valorant?
Faizal juga. Tak.
Last round.
Aduh, aku pun dah rasa ngantuk eh.
Hello.
Aduh.
Okay bro.
Awak lambat sangat.
Bukan lambat.
Tak tahu mungkin sebab aku makan kat bawah makan. Gula aku spike.
Yup. Jaga kali cuy.
Tak bisa begitu cak.
Ya. Sama-sama jaga. Iya. Mantap kali ya kan.
Ai.
Oh shit bro. One fault. Oh ping.
Oh my god. Hey.
Yeah. Nato meter tu, tato meter tu.
Tak mati.
Nice to meet you. Kita sama mah. Kita sama. Sampai hati kamu. Sampai hatinya kamu.
Oh what the fuck. Awak susah sangat eh. juga. Oh, what's that? Macam tangan dia bergerak. Flaming. Okay. Dia akan ada balik ya? Oh, tak ada balik. Sekali. Okay, faham.
Jump over their stomps. They occasionally perform a large jump stomp, and that will require some distance in addition to a well-timed jump. The attacks themselves will not do a ton of damage, but it should eventually stagger the golem. After 3 staggers, the golem will collapse. That's our chance to dismount and stab it in one of its faces on either side, and this is where the majority of damage comes from. It's then just a matter of rinse and repeat until the golem dies. Each furnace golem will give us a unique tier to put in our physic flask when defeated. The other type of furnace golem are the armored ones. They seem more difficult at first, but they are actually easier to deal with in my opinion. All we need are either hefty furnace pots or hefty fire pots. The hefty furnace pots deal more damage, but also require furnace visages to make, which are a pain to get. Hefty fire pots, on the other hand, are easy. For the first ingredient, red flesh mushrooms, they can be found all over the Land of Shadow. We also got the Mushroom Seller's Bell Bearings in Part 1, and we can turn those into the Twin Maiden Husks, which will allow us to buy an endless supply of those red flesh mushrooms. For the second ingredient, Black Pyrefly, we can go to the main gate cross. Up the stairs in Northwest, there are 5 Black Pyreflies to gather. We can then fast travel back to the main gate cross and repeat the process as many times as needed. A total of 5 hefty fire pots will be required to defeat an armored furnace golem. But I like to bring 6 along just in case I miss one. The only armored furnace golem we've seen so far is west of the undead hippo that we fought in Charo's hidden grave.
Kalau tak payah, tak apa.
Our goal is to toss the hefty fire or furnace pots into its large basket-shaped head. Because of this, with armored furnace golems, there's almost always a spirit spring nearby that can be taken to reach a high ground. Once up, we will need to avoid the projectile shot by the furnace golem and wait for it to approach our position. We can then toss the hefty fire pots into its basket-shaped head for major damage. The quicker we do this, the better, as it won't give the golem a chance to react. However, watch out for its jump swipe attack, as it can result in a missed throw. As previously said, it takes 5 hefty fire pots to defeat an armored furnace golem in this way, but if you want to use hefty furnace pots instead, it will only take 3 of those. With that covered, let's move on to Shadow Altus. We will be starting at High Road Cross. Shadow Altus. We will be starting at this was previous jumps better as and wait. Once up, we will need to avoid the project taken to reach a high ground. Can be taken to reach a high ground. There's almost always a spirit spring nearby that can be taken to reach with armored furnace hidden grave. Problem we've seen.
Lawan ni.
Seen so far is west of the undead. There is a shadow tree fragment to pick up and a cross to interact with. There is also Needle Knight Letta, whom we can speak to and ask about the horn scent. As it can result in a mist if you want to use hefty furnace pots. We will be starting at High Road Cross. There is a shadow tree fragment to pick up and a cross to interact with. There's also Needle Knight Letta. Speaking of them, the Hornscent NPC is also nearby. On our way over to him, we should pick up the Monk's Missive and May the Best Win gesture, which will be needed for a quest. We can then speak with the Hornscent NPC to get a new cross map and should exhaust all of his dialogue. If you haven't already gotten the Forager Brood Cookbook 4, make sure you have a Warming Stone before moving on. As mentioned before, a few can be found west of the Church of Irith in Liurnia. With that in hand, we will move northwest of High Road Cross to the Church of the Crusade. You can grab the map for this area on the way over, if needed.
Ini tak payah dulu kot.
Thou shalt not evade the flame of Mesmer.
Terkejut aku.
How could this be? Forsake me not, Queen Marika, my grace.
Macam-macam. Aku ingat ni macam Dark Souls tau. Macam Dark Souls punya api.
Upon entering the church, we will be invaded by Fire Knight Queeline for the second time. When defeated, he will drop the Ash of War Flame Skewer and the Prayer Room Key.
Western saya. Sekejap Dulu tu aku nak baca. Ni dia. Seek me to the east if you wish to visit the way of the warrior.
which will be necessary for a quest that will be covered in part 3 of this series. Necessary for a quest that will be Ash of War Flameskewer and the Prayer Room Key, which will be necessary for a quest that will be covered in part 3 of this series. Afterwards, we can pick up 2 Shadow Tree fragments near the back of the church, then head out northeast. If we haven't already done so, we can drop a Warming Stone near the friendly curled up Pest Forager. We can then rest at a Site of Grace or otherwise reload the game and interact with a Pest Forager to get the Forager Brood Cookbook 4. Next up, let's move east and grab the Shadow Tree fragment with within the Mesmer soldier camps. As mentioned before, we should avoid going north for now, especially if we haven't yet gotten the Forager Brood Cookbook 7 from Moore. The next Shadow Tree fragment is southeast, at an unmarked camp near the Morth Rune Site of Grace. We can then move a short distance over to the Site of Grace, where the next Shadow Tree fragment is southeast at an unmarked camp near the next Shadow Tree fragment is southeast at an unmarked camp near the Morth Rune Site of Grace. Cookbook 7 from Moore. As mentioned before, we should avoid going north for now, especially if we haven't yet got
What the fuck? Tempat kecil macam ni pun ada orang. Wow. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Ini juga. Oh, dia kejar. Cau dulu. Sekejap aku pati je. Apa benda ni sebenarnya?
Gotten the Forager Brood Cookbook set.
Ngantuk baik.
7 from more.
Ha?
Tinggal aku sama kau je ke?
Aku ni pun tengah dah rasa ngantuk ni.
Aduh.
Tidur je lah 2 malam ni. Adik pun keluar juga katanya.
Tengah lepak dengan cousin dia.
Damn. Bini baru.
Morth Rune's Site of Grace.
Ah. Oh, dapat shield. Nice.
We can then move a short distance over to the Site of Grace, where another Shadow Tree fragment and Cross of Mikola can be found. You may also notice the NPC Dryleaf Dane. He won't say anything when spoken to. However, we can equip and use the May the Best Win gesture to initiate a duel with him.
Uish. Mata ni aku tak boleh. Orang kata tak boleh lepas makan tidur kan. Tu lah sekarang ni aku tengah sugar aku tengah spike gila ni. Aduh hai.
Faham.
Tadi makan dokot. Apa ni tokayaki. Oh ya Allah. Anjay. Ni dia. Oh. Hey yo. Hey yo, what the hell?
After our victory, we will find the Dryleaf Arts martial weapon along with Dane's hat nearby. There will also be a message left behind by the NPC that can be read. That is pretty much the extent of Dryleaf Dane's questline, though we will see him again. Let's round up a few more Shadow Realm blessings before returning to more the May the Best Win gesture to initiate a duel with him. After our victory, we will find the Dryleaf Arts martial weapon
Easy.
weapon along with Dane's hat nearby. There will also be a message left behind by the NPC that can be read. That is pretty much the extent of Dryleaf Dane's quest line, though we will see him again. Let's round up a few more Shadow Realm blessings before returning to Moor and Ansbach. We will start by heading east through Morth Ruins. Near the edge of this area is a revered Spirit Ash. Just watch out for the Curse Blade enemy nearby. Looking out for a second Curse Blade enemy, we can move a short distance southwest to find a glimmering pot-bearing shade, which will drop a Shadow Tree fragment when defeated. If we haven't already done so, we will want to go discover the Shadowview Cross to the south. There is a sealed spirit spring, and we can destroy the stones further southeast to unseal it. I've also been told that Moog or Margit Shackle will destroy it from a far distance. We can then take the spirit spring to the elevated area and move southeast down the path to reach the Shadowview Cross. After grabbing the Shadow Tree fragment, we should be able to get our Shadow Tree blessing up to level 10, and our Revered Spirit Ash blessing up to level 6. Now again, this was covered at the end of part 1, but if we haven't already done it, we should interact with the Shadowview Cross, then go speak with Ansbach near the main gate cross. After we tell him about all of the Miquella's crosses that we found, he should be able to start piecing together Miquella's plans. We can also interact with Moore and choose the Talk to Moore option to get the highly missable Forager Brood Cookbook 7. Next up, we will return to Morth Ruins and head southwest. There is another Forager Brood Cookbook to get before going to the ruined Forge of Starfall Past. Return to Morth Ruins and head southwest. There is another Forager Brood Cookbook to get before going to the ruined Forge of Starfall Past. The Friendly Pest NPC is near a cliff edge northwest of the Forge. Interacting with it will get us the Forager Brood Cookbook 1. We can then move a short distance southeast to reach the forge. There are 4 unique pieces of gear to get here, and one of them is a legendary weapon. We can start by moving into the forge and across the bridge. There is a lever that we will need to pull to lower a gate. While that is happening, we can pick up the Smith's Script Spear to the southwest before heading northeast through the open gate. I'm to the southwest, about halfway down. Path northwest into a large room and climb. Go into the southwest chamber. Next, dropping down. Way is a lever. Near the entrance of this hallway is a lever. Is up. Where the ancient meteor, a very fun sword to use, eventually switched back to the blasphemous blade. Our next destination is the Templetown Ruins. To reach it, we will move northeast from the Morth Ruins Site of Grace. There is a Shadow Tree fragment to pick up near the entrance of a waterside cave. We can grab it, then move through the cave.
Dale ya. Pasal tidur.